I have a little circle. I never know if that means if I'm live or not. I do have a picture. Woo, here I am. Hi, gang. It is Friday. It's not Friday. Oh my God. It is Monday. And it is just 10 after 5 on, Monday, the 8th of June. If those of you aren't sure if you're watching a recorded or live, it is being recorded live on the 8th of June. Just a nice little stretch class. We are going to work twos again. It seems to be a really effective way for, I think, people to just feel how the body absorbs the stretch and sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of accepts the stretch, for lack of a better word. So again, I think what's really important when we do twos, so that means to each stretch we do twice, it's not about feeling like the second time has to be further or deeper. It sometimes can simply be that as you hold that place or that position, it actually feels less like holding, and it just becomes easier to be in that shape. So I think that's a big part of stretching, in that a lot of times when we stretch, we feel like we're holding something, and when we hold, there's an essence of being tight. So we want to make sure we have good anchors, but we also want to ensure that we allow the areas around those anchors to soften. So when that means we're doing things in our hamstrings or that extended wide-legged stretch and we're moving up and over with the strap is strong, the heel is strong, but as we allow ourselves to soften into that up and over, you breathe into that space. And so, I encourage you tonight to allow yourself, hi Kim, I allow yourself to soften into those areas, knowing that the foundations are strong, and that's what allows you to have that ability. So you're going to want to have a form of a strap, your blocks, as well as blankets and pillows, as many props that you think you may need to give yourself that ability to feel like as you sit tall, you can sit tall. So when we sit tall, that means that low back, if I'm here, my low back's kind of curved, right? And it's actually heavier in my front body. Whereas if I were to sit on something and let myself stack, now my spine is stacked, my shoulders are over my hips, and it's in alignment, and gravity isn't pulling on those areas. It's just sort of being in that space. So you want to allow yourself the opportunity to set up those foundations. All right, I'm going to turn on some music, shut my door, and we'll get started in around a minute and a half. You guys seem very far away. I'm going to move my computer just a little bit closer. There we go. We'll see how scary that is. All right. Fabulous. So we're going to start in our comfortable seated position, cross-legged. Again, keeping that in mind of that grounding and the rooting. So sometimes it can feel really nice to have gravity work on those knees. Other times, depending on how tight the body is, it can feel nice to support those knees so that they're not, again, feeling like the tendons and ligaments are being stretched as a result. Again, I like to sit on my blanket. Ooh, I'm going to turn that music down. And so just allow yourself to find that nice, tall, seated position. If having both legs crossed is not comfortable for you, simply extend one, and we'll go back. As I said, we're going to do each side twice. So allow yourself to sit nice and tall. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. A few days ago, last week, I think it was Tuesday, we had that request in our noon class of our shoulders. And sort of the idea of how our shoulders can be actually incorporated in any one of our movements, whether it's a down dog in yoga or sitting tall. As you allow the shoulder blades to draw down, getting the scapula moving towards midline, you'll feel, versus squeezing the shoulders, which actually creates tension in the back, you open the front, but at the expense of squeezing the back, which sometimes is a good feeling, but as far as being at ease, we want to feel those shoulders draw down the back. And then from here, just let your chin draw towards your chest. And breathe. And keeping in mind that that breath really is what allows us to feel like the stretch is where it needs to be being met versus feeling like it's tight in our chest. We just want to allow ourselves to stay smooth with that breath. It sometimes helps with the edge. On your inhale, let your head rise high. As you exhale, take that right ear to your right shoulder, drop that left arm down. Just a really nice transition from whatever you were doing 10, 15 minutes ago to being here, giving that body just a little bit of awareness. Inhale the head back up. As you exhale, left ear, left shoulder, draw that right arm down. One more round. Inhale back to center. Take that right hand, stand it out around 6 to 12 inches, reach that left hand. So this is where the anchoring is, that sit bones and the hand, and then as you inhale, lift up and out, and then let yourself soften. With each inhale, a little bit of length, and as you exhale, just feeling like you can release into that left side. So it's almost like you're ballooning a little bit to that left side as you inhale, keeping it long, keeping it buoyant. As you exhale, softening. One more round. Inhale back to center, left hand goes down, right hand reaches back high, palm to midline. Inhale. As you exhale, same thing. You're finding that length from the tip of your finger to the right hip, but then you're allowing that right side to just find space. One more round. Moving into our twist, inhale back to center, right hand comes behind, left hand on the thigh or knee. Again, really nice opportunity to draw the shoulder blades down. Keep stacking the shoulders over those hips and then let the rotation occur to the right. Just gently let that chin move towards that right shoulder. Breathing in and out. Exhale back to center, opposite side, left hand comes behind, right hand comes around. And again, feel the equal sense of both sit bones. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, release into that twist. Shoulders draw down the back. One more round of breath. And exhale back to center. Release the shoulders. Taking those blocks, if you have any, underneath the knees. Release the legs as wide as your mat. Keep the knees bent, send the hips forward, and then just move through windshield wipers. And same thing, you can keep the same legs if you wish, to just more concentrate on the fact we're doing each side twice. If you want to add the opposite side, feel free. Again, take that little moment to feel like you're sitting tall on those sit bones, shoulders are drawing down, the scapula's towards midline, and you're just stacking the shoulders and feeling sitting tall. And then as you exhale, release the head to your chest, chin to chest. Inhale back to center. Once again, taking that right ear to your right shoulder. Gently draw the chin towards your chest and take that left hand down. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder, right arm comes down. Gently tucking the chin to chest, draw the shoulder blade down the back. Breathe in and out. One more round. Inhale back to center. Take that right hand, extend it out, like that left hand, reach it high to the sky, root the sit bones. Inhale, height, exhale, soften into that side. So the anchors are the sit bones, the hand, that left knee, so that femur feels long, and breathe in and out. Inhale back to center, other side, left hand reaches to the floor, right hand reaches high, extend from the tips of the fingers to the tip of the hip. Exhale, reach up and over and soften. And again, just that little inventory, right? Maybe you find that space just a little bit easier second time around. Doesn't need to be much different as far as range of motion. It might be, but it's more just sort of as the body finds that space. Inhale back to center. Take the twist. So it's like it's a little more familiar. The more we can do these movements that allow space and length, the more the body knows how to deal with it, right? Draw the shoulders down the back. Again, really good opportunity to be aware of the shoulders. Exhale, head back to center. Other side, left hand comes around, right hand. I like to tent that back hand. It just gives me a little bit of height. One more round, in and out. And release back to center, release the shoulders. Release the knees so that the knees stay bent, but the feet come flat on the floor. Take those hips forward off anything you're seated on. Move through your windshield wipers. From here, we're just going to do a little diversion from what we normally do. We're going to go right into a figure four. And again, both sides twice. So heel toe the feet together. From here, extend the right leg. Take that left foot and let that knee be soft. Bend the right leg. Bring yourself up nice and tall. Early, early, early. So just sort of feel like even move a little side to side. We often move into our hips, into our stretches. A lot of us, just from the way our days are seated, the activities we do, running makes our hip flexors sore, not sore necessarily, but used, same with biking. So it's important to just kind of have lots of different opportunities of moving into those areas. You're going to bend your elbows to release that right leg back straight. Take the left leg straight, give it a little shake. Other side, right leg comes across. Bend your elbows, draw that left knee in, and again, straighten the elbows, come up nice and tall. Make sure that foot is in alignment, so your inner and outer ankles are the same width or same length. Oftentimes that foot will sickle, and suddenly that inner ankle becomes short and the outer ankle is extended. We want to keep it equal, so just keep a little bit of engagement to that foot. And again, maybe a little movement. And then gently bend the elbows, let the left leg, let the right leg come back up tall, give them a little shake, same thing. Right leg comes across. Bend the left knee as you bend the elbows, let yourself come up tall. So again, if you need to make adjustments, allow yourself to walk that foot so you can stay tall. Being tall is important because again, you can draw the shoulder blades down the back. And again, we're here revisiting that same place. Doesn't necessarily need to be deeper, but maybe it just feels a little bit more ease. A little more familiar. And bend the elbows. Left leg releases, right leg releases. Give them a shake. Take that left foot over that right. Bend the elbows. Press yourself back up. Find some space. One more round of breath. Exhale, release the elbows, release the knee, take both legs, give them a shake. So we're going to do what I kind of call either rock the baby or a little bit of telephone. We're going to move into those hips. I'm going to just face you. Again, I like to sit on something, and you're going to basically just take your right leg, and you're going to place that right leg, and you're going to hold that right leg with your hand underneath your calf. Then you're going to take your left hand and place it on the outer edge of your foot. From here, this may be just where you hang out, and that might just be absolutely fine. We're just kind of, this is what rocking the baby is about. You're just moving into those hips. If you have more space, you can take that right foot and place it into the crux of your elbow, keeping the outer edges of your ankles level, and now you just kind of wrap the arms around. So lots of different variabilities. It can be quite intense. This is an active movement you're bringing. So just be careful that the ankle doesn't sickle. So again, that's where we started earlier with that figure 4, right? This idea of keeping that foot active and then just sort of moving into that space. Pretty intense. If you have lots of space, you can take the outer foot and you can bring it back and just kind of move it, and this is what we call answering the telephone. I'm not quite there yet. I'm still rocking my baby. So for me, my hips are just a little, doesn't really serve me to try to bring my knee or my foot to my ear because I have to get small. Now suddenly I have no space. But if I stay here, I can get lots. So we're just moving into those hips. One more round. Release that right leg, extend it out, give it a shake. Same thing, other side. Keep that right leg straight. Draw the left leg up. Start by just taking the hand underneath and just holding here, right? Just kind of moving into that space. See what that hip feels like. And then you can go, yep. I'm going to try to take that left foot into my right elbow again. So this side's tighter for me. I need to really be aware of just kind of keeping the height through my back, lengthening and just moving into that space. It's very organic. Breathe in and out. So again, first option is here. If you really want to be tricky, you can take your fingers in between your toes. That's also a really great way to get those toes active, but you just kind of want to see where you're at. We're going to do each side twice, one more round. Release, exhale, give those knees and legs a little shake. So again, here I like to even take my thumbs because I kind of had to get a little forward to get this, right? So I want to keep that nice long length through my back. Take my right foot, start with it just like we were, and then see if we can't find. So you see right there, I had to curve my back a lot. Now I'm going to work to try to get up nice and tall. So you're just working with where your body is at. Everyone's different. If I were to try to answer the phone and bring it to my ear, I have to get really small. There's no purpose in my hip anymore. So here I want to keep the action through the hip and just open up into it, moving back and forth, nice and easy. Smooth in and out. So you're externally rotating it and then you're bringing it back across. One more round of breath and release that right leg. Let the left leg shake and the right leg shake. Same thing other side. Take that leg in, start with the basic, move into that hip, feel it. Maybe there's a little more space, take it into the elbow, keep the ankle sides long, and just move into that hip. Woohoo! We're going to feel it when we do the next version of our figure 4 a little later. It will feel nice and open. One more round of breath. And release that left leg. Make it long. Give it a shake. You're going to grab your straps. We're going to move into our side angle or wide legged. So take those legs wide and then take that left leg into your right thigh. Take that strap around the back of your foot. Take your hand, give it one or two little strong movement into that twisted strap, and then square up over that short left knee. Feel both sit bones. Inhale. Remember, both sides twice. Let yourself reach up and over. And then let yourself reach for those toes. Just see where it goes. Again, for me, I like to have something under that knee. Gives me a little bit more anchoring, so I feel like I can lift up and then soften down. Two more breaths. Smooth in and out. Belly button to spine on your inhale, rise high. As you exhale, square up over that long right leg. Again, really good opportunity to be aware of your shoulders. Draw them down. Scapula move towards midline. Feel that length. Draw the heel towards you to soften behind the knee. Allow yourself to hinge from your hip. So you're not coming forward from your back. You're lengthening out and coming forward from your hip. Squaring up over that long, nice action into the back of the hamstring, maybe into the low back a little bit. Just let yourself soften. Two more breaths. Smooth in and out. Taking that belly button to spine on your inhale, let yourself rise. Release left leg. Release that strap. Give those legs a nice little shake. Take that right leg into that left thigh. Come up nice and tall. Again, I like to have a little bit of rooting to that left leg. Take the strap around my foot. And take that strap, one or two little twists. Square up over that short. Shoulders draw down the back. Inhale, right hand high. Ground root through that right hip. Let yourself reach up and over to that left toe. And again, just let that breath, inhale that little bit of length and space. Exhale, soften. Let yourself soften into that back, into the hamstring. One more round. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, square up over that long left knee. Draw the shoulder blades a few circles. Keep the shoulders released. Hinging from that hip. Come forward. Draw that left heel slightly towards you. Lengthen and soften. One more round of breath. Smooth in and smooth out. One more round of breath. Releasing that hand from that foot or that strap. Inhale, rise. Take both legs wide. Give both legs a nice little shake. Take both hands. Let yourself press up. Let the hips sort of just go side to side. Square it back up again. Same thing, other side. Left foot comes into that right thigh. Take that strap around that right foot. Take that hand, one or two little twists. Left hand comes around, square up. Again, I'm going to take that block underneath that leg. So again, if you forget and you go, oh, something's not right here, come back to the basics. What's that foundation? Inhale, left hand high to center, shoulder draws down the back. Let yourself reach up and over and find that nice long stretch to that whole left side. And again, sometimes it's less about going farther into this current stretch that we were doing now the second time. Maybe it's just being more familiar with it, more comfortable having that body in that space. So there's not a sensation of guarding, but softening. One more full, smooth breath in and out. Taking that belly button to spine on your inhale, rise high. And as you exhale, square up over that long right leg. A few shoulder circles to release the shoulders back down. Take those hands, make the straps secure. Draw the heel, lengthen from that hip crease, and let yourself soften. One more full round of breath. Smooth in. Smooth out. Taking your belly button to spine, release the strap on your inhale, walk up. Release that left leg. Give them a little shake. Same thing, other side. Right foot, right block. Feel your sit bones nice and even. Take the strap around that left leg. And again, make sure that left foot is pointed up to the sky. Sometimes it can flex one way or the other. Take that left hand, 1 or 2 twists. Right hand comes beside. Square up over that short right knee. Inhale, height. Exhale, extend up and over. Nice. Lengthening and softening. Again, less sometimes about being further into the stretch, more about being more familiar with it, letting the body soften into the spaces, feeling comfortable at ease. One more round. Feeling comfortable doesn't mean you have to stay where you are, right? Being comfortable means that it gives you the ability to feel a little bit safer maybe to move. Inhale, rise. As you exhale, square up over that long left leg. Again, a few shoulder rotations. Release those shoulders down the back. Take those hands, give them a little twist. Lengthen, extend from the hip crease, and then let yourself come towards that foot. Two more breaths. Smooth in. Out. One more round. Once again, belly button to spine. Release that strap. Let yourself come up nice and tall. Let those legs be long. Release the strap, the knees. Give them a little shake. Take those hands. Bend the knees. Send the hips forward. And move through those windshield wipers. We're going to come back into our figure 4, seated like we did earlier on. So from here, let yourself extend your legs, give them a shake, and bend the left, bend the elbows, right leg, and just see if there isn't a little more space from even moving into the hips and the hamstrings into that long extended QL stretch that we just did. Keep that breath floating in and out. One more round. Bending the elbows and let that right leg release, left leg release, give them a shake. Same thing other side, left leg comes over right. Bend the elbows, let the right knee bend. Straighten the elbows, find space. You really want, and again, the shoulders draw down. Make any adjustments and then let yourself soften into that left hip. Smooth breath in. And smooth breath out. Good. Bend those elbows, release again. One more time each side, give the legs a little shake. Right leg comes over left. Bend the elbows. Bring the left knee in. Reach up nice and tall. Extend again. Keep in mind those shoulders, releasing them from the ears. One more full breath. Exhale, release the elbows. Release the leg. Right leg straightens, left leg. One last time here. Take that left foot over and across. Remember, those ankles are supported. Bend the right knee. Press up into those elbows, shoulders draw down the back. Both sides of your ankles are the same height, same length, and the outer edge of your foot is in alignment with your outer thigh. So don't let that foot kind of hang outside that leg. It's fully supported. One more round. And release the elbows, release the right leg. We're gonna come back into our telephone or our rock the baby, wherever you're at, right? So here we go again. You're gonna take that right leg. You're gonna start by just hugging it underneath the shin and then taking the left hand on the outer edge of that foot and giving it a little movement side to side. If you want a little bit more, place the foot into the edge of that elbow and come through. We were here not long ago. But now we've done a little bit more opening and we're just exploring, right? We're just feeling that space. Keep it long back. Keep that moving. You can move it around. Just kind of feel where there's a little stickiness and see if you can't just smooth it out. One more breath. And then release that leg back out and down. Same thing, shake. Other side. Start with the hand underneath the sole. Draw that knee back. Left hand comes under. So you're opening, right? So you can stay here. You can just kind of work into that space. Alternatively, send that foot into your elbow. Find that length and move it through. So you're externally and internally rotating that leg through that range of motion. Keep the ankles straight. One more round. Release. We're going to do each side twice. Give it a little leg shake. And again, right leg. So start here. See, how does it feel? Where is that movement? Do I have a little bit more space? Place it in the elbow. Clasp them if you want. Now we're rocking that baby. But that foot, again, just like that figure 4, is strong. Don't let it sickle. One more round. Have one more Monday with me having my little hippie here. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Release that right leg, give it a little leg. Last time. Left foot, start with the basics. Little shake, see how it's feeling. Maybe advance on. Let yourself wrap it around. Keep those ankles long. So my left hip is way tighter than my right. And sometimes it's even just doing them a couple times. You really go, wow, isn't that interesting? I can have that external rotation easier than the internal. Just kind of taking a little inventory. What are some body movements that our body finds just a little sticky? Can we move into that sticky spot? 2 more breaths. One more. And release. Give them a nice little shake. So from here, we're going to come into our star, a little counter pose. Come up, press your hands into the floor, let your hips loose, sit them back down. Make sure that you're sitting nice and tall, and then take the hands on your shins and then slowly walk yourself forward. And then from here, again, maybe you feel like you can release the head. Maybe you want the head to be supported or gravity. And again, you're just gently opening up into those hips, keeping the length through the back, breathing in and out. So with the legs a little further forward than cobbler pose. Cobbler pose has your heels moving more towards your groin. Star gets a little bit more of the outer edges versus the inner thighs. So now we're going to come up. And we're going to bring those feet in towards us a little closer. Now here, you can use your elbows to either press in if you want. You can even move the feet. So now you can feel there's more of an external rotation from the hip and into the adductors as you gently draw the knees towards the floor. We're going to do each of these twice. So again, sometimes it's just being familiar with that pose. One more round. Release. Take those legs out. So you're almost 1.5 to 2 feet. Find that slight external rotation. Find that length through the spine. Walk yourself forward, hinging from your hips. Lengthen. Just kind of finding that sweet spot that you can then go, and release. Keep that breath floating in and out. On your inhale, let yourself rise. And then bring those feet in just one more round, nice and tall. You can walk yourself towards your heels, or you can draw your heels towards your sit bones, whatever kind of works for you, and get that sensation of just drawing those knees down. One more round. And release. Take the hands behind, place both feet flat on the floor, send the hips forward, a few windshield wipers. So we've done a lot of flexion tonight and side stretches. We're going to move into a few cat-cows and then into a seated twist before we move our way down to the floor. So let those knees come back to center. Shift those hips back. Once again, take feet out. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to bend the left leg. Each side twice, take both hands and just clasp them in front of the shin. And this is where you're just going to move through that real broadening of the shoulders. And then inhale. This time I want you to kind of squeeze the shoulders together. Exhale, broaden. Inhale, squeeze those shoulders together. And broaden. One more round. Exhale. And come up nice and tall. Shoulder blades draw down the back. Seated twist. Left hand comes behind. Let yourself use that right hand on the shin. Shoulders draw away. Tuck the chin towards the chest. So if you're here and the simple movement of reaching the hand up and over lets that elbow find the outer edge of the knee, then do so. If you have to do this to do it, don't do it. Stay here because we want that height and length. So only if you don't move the back at all do I want you to consider letting yourself draw. Becomes a really nice anchor, right? And so it also helps the shoulder. Sometimes here, our shoulder can draw up. So again, really bring that awareness to the shoulders. Smooth in, smooth out. Exhale to center, release. Other leg, feel the shake. Right leg comes up. Hands clasped. They can be the same clasp or alternate, totally up to you. Let yourself move through those cat-cows, broadening. Inhale, rise. Exhale, broaden. Inhale, rise. Exhale. One more round, in and out. And come back up to center. Release the shoulders. Left hand on that outer edge. Right hand comes around. Root to rise. Feel that twist. Moving. And again, draw the shoulder blades right. The chin goes to your right shoulder. You only have one chin. You don't have a right chin. And again, if it's there and the act of lifting and placing the elbow doesn't change anything through the spine, then feel free. But if you have to come forward to make it happen, keep that arm on that outer edge. Use it as an anchor. Be aware of the shoulder. Breathing it in and out. Nice. So while we do these seated twists, it's really important that you keep the spine long and stacked. So we don't want to move forward. That's why the arm placement is so important. If we end up coming forward, now we're twisting in a curve, and that's not nice for our spine. One more round. Exhale, release. Shoulders. Give both legs a nice little shake. One more time with the twist on the other side. Bring that leg in, root to rise. Find that grounding through your sit bones, and as you exhale, slowly start to move to the left. Again, maybe the hand comes up. Keep lifting out of the torso with your inhalation, and as you exhale, let yourself soften. One more round. Exhale to center. Release. Other side. Right leg. Left hand. Right hand. Root out. Exhale and twist. Maybe the arm. Imagine that left side being long as well as the right. Lifting out of that torso on your inhalation. As you exhale, softening that left rib towards the right side, keeping the back stacked. One more breath. Exhale, center. Release the shoulders and back. Give them a shake. So now you're going to move onto our backs. Take and make sure that you have your strap handy and your blocks nearby for later on when we need to do our supine twist. I finally remembered, it's only taken me 2.5 months. Take those hands behind your thighs and let yourself roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Give yourself a really nice hug, a little side to side. I have time tonight to do both of these sides twice, which was my goal. Yay, I did it. So from here, take those feet on the floor. Take that right leg long. Take the left leg behind the strap, or strap behind the left foot. Take it straight. So again, shoulders are grounded. Draw the left foot up. Draw the toes towards you. Move through a few flex and extension as you point the toe. And you flex. Point. And flex. Point. And flex. One last time. Point. And flex. From here, you're going to take that strap in your left hand. You're going to take your right hand either on your right hip or in T position. Take the strap so it's long enough so that as you open that left leg to the left, the elbow finds the floor, and then press into that left foot, into the strap. Strap is strong. Right hip stays grounded, right foot is engaged. My foot isn't floppy, it's engaged. Right shoulder, and then breathe in and out. Really extend, it's active. If you have a wall nearby, imagine pressing that wall away with that foot. You can even take that foot to the wall, press. Sometimes when we were in class, I would come around and I'd place my leg and you'd be pushing my leg. That's where you find the action into the adductors. One more round of breath. Belly button to spine, inhale, rise. Take that right hand into that strap. Left hand stays grounded. So here you can feel that left shoulder is grounded. You want to keep it that way. Right foot is active, but it's going to twist and rotate with you as you start taking that left leg, lifting it up and over across the body, letting that right leg rotate with you. And then from here, feel and use that space. Nice. I like to square my shoulders, just make sure. So that left leg never needs to come lower than your hip. If it starts to come lower, I can almost guarantee your shoulders off the floor. Alternatively, just start moving it further towards the back of your mat or your head. That's going to get that same, but keep that length through that left side. Smooth in. And out. One more breath in. And out. Belly button to spine. Inhale that leg high. Have happy baby. Take the outer edge or your strap. Draw that knee towards the outer edge and bring it in. So this is a really nice opening into that left. And you can use that elbow into that left shin and knee just to open up into those adductors.
around. Remember, we're going to do this twice. So remember what this feels like. Just take that a little awareness. No judgment. Oh, I'm tight, I'm tight, I'm tight. No, just feel it. Just feel it. So you can come back to it. Release. That left leg goes straight. Give both legs a little shake. I like to press both feet into the floor, let my hips come up, give them a little bit of neutralizing, and drop them back down. And then the left leg is straight. Right leg comes up. Give it that strap, extend. Remember the difference between straight and bent. You want a straight leg, shoulders draw down, draw that leg. Feel it until the hamstring is aware and keeping the leg straight, move through the point and the flex. Point and flex. Hold that flex. Take that strap into your right hand. Let that left hip stay grounded. Left hand goes out. Feel the left shoulder. Open up to the right side. Right elbow grounds. Take that right leg. Extend it away. Breathe in. And out. Belly button to spine. Inhale that leg up. Take that strap in the left hand. Take that right hand, extend it. Feel that right shoulder grounded. Let that right leg come up and over, keeping that right shoulder grounded while you keep and allowing that left leg to rotate with you. I like to square it up, find space in between that low hip, that low rib and your hip. Reach away. And again, the foot doesn't go lower than your hip. When you start moving it further up. But again, you're not reefing on it with that strap. The strap is just letting you have some sort of grounding and anchoring that you can use as you then reach into that space with your breath in and out. Taking that belly button to spine, inhale, rise. Take the strap into your right hand if necessary. Alternatively, you can release the strap, take the hand on the other edge of that foot, draw that knee out, and just move into that right hip just a little bit. And gently release that leg, let it be long, give it a nice little shake. Take both feet into the floor, press your feet into the floor, hips. Send the hips back down, a few windshield wipers. Bring both knees up to center, bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a really nice hug, a little massage through that low back, and then one more round, being nice. So here, right leg is long, left leg gets a strap. Press that foot away. Find that length. Shoulders draw down the back. Just feel the ease. Maybe a little more ease the second round. Breathing in. And out. Pointing the toe. Flexing the toe. Point. And flex. One more round. Holding the foot flexed. Take that hand into that left strap. Right hip stays grounded. Right arm is the T position. Right shoulder is grounded. Extend out to that left side. Nice. And breathe. Remember that breath is so important. That's what's going to give us that feedback of where we are relative to that edge. So if that breath is, you're holding it, let it breathe, let it flow. Figure out how and where the body needs to be to allow that breath to flow in and out. Belly button to spine, take that leg back up. Right hand takes the strap. Left hand extends, shoulders down. Feel that grounding. Right foot's going to rotate with you as you take that leg up and over. My left shoulder just left the floor. I need to ground it, extend it out through that left foot. Feel that space in the rib and the hip. And breathe in and out. One more round. Belly button to spine. Inhale high. Taking the strap or the outer edge of your foot, draw that leg back in. Let yourself just open up nicely. Half happy baby. One more round of breath. Release that leg. Give those legs a nice shake. Both feet on the floor. Extend the hips up. Same thing other side. Hips come back down. Take that right leg. Left is straight. Right leg finds the strap. Extend to straight. Feel straight. Shoulders draw down. Draw the leg up. Feel that awareness of your hamstring. Feel the awareness of being here for a second time. And let yourself point your toe. And flex. Point. And flex. One more round. And breathe in. And out. Take that strap in your right hand. Left hand, keep the hip down or in T. Let that right leg go wide. Extend that leg out. Hip stays rounded. Left shoulder's rounded. It's active. At the same time, you let that leg be a little heavy, right? You let it extend, but you've got the anchor of the elbow and the strap around the back of that foot. Keep that breath flowing in and out. Belly button to spine on your inhale, draw it up. Left hand takes the strap. Right hand goes wide, T position. Left leg rotates with you. Take that foot up and over. Draw the right shoulder down. Breathe in and out. Belly button to spine, draw the leg back up. Taking either the outer edge of that foot or the strap, bend that knee, move into your half happy baby. Let that left leg stay strong. Draw that right knee out and wide. And release that foot. Give those knees a nice little shake. Take both feet flat on the floor, lift the hips side to side. Figure four twist, gain final line. Let yourself bring the feet in towards hip. Right leg comes across. Let the foot be on the outer edge. Take that left side. This is where you really want that block as you drop that left leg to the side. If your right shoulder can't stay grounded, you need to give yourself a little support of that leg. Draw that knee away. Okay. Keep that foot active so that your ankles are the same length on the inside and the outside. Now you're going to take that knee towards your shoulder. This one I find I can have a little lower, and then just make sure that right shoulder stays rounded. Drawing maybe that hand on that knee. Again, make yourself soft. and release that. Draw the leg back up. Take both feet as wide as your mat. Press both feet into the floor. Give those hips a shake. Bring both hips down. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Release that. Release to the knees. And then take both feet flat. Left leg comes across. Take that left knee. Shoulders draw down the back. Right leg drops to the floor. Left shoulder stays grounded. And again, if you can't feel like that knee can just release, place a block underneath it. Draw that left knee away. Next time we're going to have time to do this side twice. I just get so excited about doing things twice because it makes such a difference as you feel the body find that space with ease. Take that leg grounding towards that right shoulder, let that hand come on, and again keep that squared left shoulder. But we're going to run out of time, so we'll just have to revisit the sequence in a different way. One more round. Release that hand, release that leg, bring that belly button to spine as you draw the leg up. Left foot goes wide, right foot goes wide, press the hips up, side to side. Drop the hips, a few windshield wipers, letting the knees drop to the right, over to the left. This time when the knees drop over to the right, let the head drop over to the left. And just feel that left upper thigh be heavy. 3 breaths. In and out. Feel that whole side of that body just sort of soften. And then engage the belly as you inhale the knees to center. Over to the left, back to the right, and then dropping the knees over all the way to the left. And again, letting that head really drop to the leg. Feel that upper right thigh, and that whole side body start to soften as you breathe. Take that head to center. Once again, 2 final. Knees over to the other side, then back over, and then bring them to center. Bring both knees in towards you. We're just going to do some alternating knees to chest. So I'm going to start with drawing the knees close to me, let the hips come up, and then release them down. Do a few of those. Draw the knees in, draw the head in, squeeze, and release that back down. One more time. Inhale. You want to be able to breathe here, but it's not as easy because you are in a little ball. Release that back down, and then alternate left leg and right leg. 2 more on each side, so you go each side a total of 3 times. Final round. 1 more. And you're going to bring the right knee in to meet the left. You're going to move into your version of happy baby, dead bug, or wide-legged V. Last 5 breaths. Smooth in and out. You pull one in and out. One more round. Draw those knees in. Final squeeze. If there's anything your body needs before moving into Shavasana, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, slowly let yourself make your way into your version. As most of you know, I like to have something underneath my head, and I like to have that bolster underneath my knees. All of which is totally up to you. Other variations can simply have the knees bent and tented. Alternatively, you can have those legs fully extended to the outer edges of your mat. You can also have them in that cobbler's pose or star pose that we had earlier. And then you just take these last Give it around 4 minutes to slowly start to let that physical body release. So I like to just take a little movement. Just kind of feel all those little ligaments, these small little tiny bones that make up our skeleton. Connect to those larger bones, the femurs. And those are the ones we tend to really feel as we get heavy, because they're large. There's also all those little tiny bones in your feet and your fingers. And all those little tiny muscles and ligaments and tendons that do such a good job of supporting and holding the body. Now give yourself the opportunity to just release those muscles and ligaments and tendons of their duty of holding that shape and just let the physical body go. Maybe take an exaggerated exhale. And with that exhale, just feel a little bit of sensation of both heaviness but also weightlessness. As the body releases into the earth, it can feel heavy, but it feels weightless because you're not holding. And just let yourself breathe here. Absorb it, feel it. And out. And gently bringing your awareness back to your breath. That pure simplicity of your inhale and your exhale. Gently allow the physical body to start to reawaken by bringing movement to the fingers and the toes, the ankles and the wrists, the arms and the legs. As that breath also continues to find more space, more length, more depth. And it just might feel right to eventually reach the hands over your head, extend the legs long, and take that full breath from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes in, and let it out. Another full and complete inhale. And exhale. And then gently allow the arms to come down, shoulders draw down the back. You're going to bend those knees one at a time and gently roll yourself over to your right or left side. And just take a pause. Just giving yourself this opportunity to be grateful for what your body gives you the opportunities to do. The physicalness of it, the sensation of challenging it, but also doing so with awareness. And just giving back a little bit of kindness as we stretch. Gently allowing yourself to come up off the ground, coming to a comfortable seated position. Totally up to you. You can leave your hands on your knees if you're more comfortable there. Alternatively, you can bring your hands to heart center. Thanks, gang, for a lovely Monday Simply Stretch. Have a great rest of your Monday. Please note there is no live noon yoga tomorrow. There are ample videos, but yes, I am unable to make it tomorrow at noon. So I will be live again on Thursday at noon. So until then, have a great rest of your evening, the next few days. Namaste. Ciao, gang.